Now I have to tell you that there is no better time to start saving for a down payment than right now. Many people love the idea or even dream about becoming a homeowner. But for many, it never happens because they never take their dream and turn it into practical action steps that turns their dream into a reality. So I'm gonna go over some popular and even uncommon but powerful ways to save for a down payment very, very fast. Now, this is not a motivational channel by any means, but I wanna say that if you set your minds to it and apply just a few of these tips, your dream of becoming a homeowner will become the reality of your life. Make sure you watch to the end because I'm gonna also share with you how to determine how much you'll actually need to save in this process, as well as some inside scoop or an inside scoop on the lenders and how they view credit and credit scores and all of that fun stuff. Lastly, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you like videos like these. And without further ado, let's get into these awesome, powerful down payment saving strategies. Action. You have to take action steps to do these things. And if you don't start today, even right after we get done with this video, and you don't apply these things, it just becomes useless information that you place in the back of your brain. Tip number one is put these steps and these tips into action immediately. Tip number two is super popular, and that is making an automatic transfer set up with your bank to transfer money from your checking account directly into a savings account automatically. You don't have to think about it. It's already done, and you can actually live from that place of, hey, this is what I have left in my checking. I have to live this month with what I have. This is extremely powerful if you can be disciplined to set it up automatically. The key here is if you do it manually, you're like, well, my months change from month to month. Well, I guarantee you, you will not transfer the money. And a practical story is with myself. I love seeing money grow in my account. I'm a real estate agent. I like to see money in my bank account, but somehow it disappears. Now, you're probably thinking that it's me spending the money. Well, actually, I love to spend money, but my wife gets to it before I do. She actually manually transfers the money. Here's the unique thing about this is typically in every type of relationship, there is a saver and a spender. Both have their purposes. Not one is not greater than the other, but in the point of saving for a down payment, if you're a spender, I strongly recommend you lean on the strengths of the person in your relationship that is a saver. We're in it for the immediate gratification, but I promise you that if you can do this and you can automatically set money aside and you can rely on that saver mentality of the spouse or person in your relationship, you're going to have a home sooner than later. Now, many of these tips are going to be one-liner tips like this one here. This tip is actually if you're planning on some type of vacation, going on a vacation, family vacation with the family, consider delaying that and taking the funds that were going to go towards vacation and apply that towards your down payment. The next tip is look at your monthly budget. Now, if you're like me, you probably don't have a monthly budget and your spouse put one together for you. Now, I have one for my business and that's super, super important, but having a budget is very valuable. Go through that budget. If you don't have one, make one. Look at all of your expenses, your Netflix, Disney Plus account. Find out what you can eliminate from your expense column in your budget and use that money and apply it towards saving for a down payment. Now, guys, this is more than just a Netflix account or a Disney Plus account. I'm really talking about finding ways that you can reduce your expenses. For example, your auto insurance. Is the current auto insurance company you're with giving you the best rate? Maybe shop around, see if you can get a lower monthly payment. What about your phone bill? Are you paying What are you paying for your phone bill? Is there another company or is there a promotion with another company that's gonna give you lower rates, or do you need all the data that you use? Are you using all that data? Are you using all the minutes? Look at those things and determine if there is ways for you to save with that. Let's take it a step further. Let's talk about your car payment. I know it's nice. I know those leather seats, you just like slip and slide into them. They're really comfy. That, you know, the rear view thingy that backs up the auto parking that parks for you, the Yukon, the Teslas. While I do want a Tesla, that $700, $800, $900 a month payment, you could really put a lot of that towards your down payment. I mean, I'm still driving a 2018 Kia that I'm paying $230 a month for. I totally could afford a Tesla. That's the car that I want, but I continually delay that desire because I want to buy real estate. That's a real estate goal of mine, investing in real estate. You're looking at down payment right now, but you can apply that same principle towards buying a house. There's a quote that comes to mind, and I'm pretty sure it's Dave Ramsey, that if you live like no one else today, you'll be able to live like no one else tomorrow. And many people don't have the luxury or the reality of living in their own home, and that could be you if you simply take these steps and apply them today. Oh, I forgot one on the expense column. What about your lease payment? I mean, you're renting a place right now. It's probably in a great location. You probably have your gym access. You probably have pool access. Well, can you give some of those things up? Get a lower apartment lease that saves you $200-300 a month for a year, that allows you to get in the home that you want. That's something that you could also do. This is temporary pain for long-term satisfaction of home ownership. Another thing that you can do to really put a dent in saving for a down payment is really focus on paying off your debts. Now, you're probably thinking, well, if I'm paying off my credit cards, I'm not saving for my down payment. Well, here's the thing about doing this. Number one, you're going to save more on interest. I mean, some of these credit cards are 18, 22, 26% interest, that if you have $1,000 on, guys, that's $280 in the course of a year. That's a lot of interest that you're paying. So if you can pay them off, you're doing two things. You're saving money on interest, but number two, you're gonna be increasing your credit score. So you're getting a double whammy out of paying your credit cards down. You're gonna qualify for more because you have less debts. While you're not saving more for your down payment, you are getting in a better position financially overall, that you'll be able to purchase a bigger home, a more expensive home, and you're gonna have less debt and you're gonna look really solid on the balance sheet. Okay, so the next three are a little bit different, that include borrowing and selling some things. So the first one in this category is actually borrowing funds from family members. You can actually get approved with the bank to allow you to take other people's money and apply it towards a down payment without any fees or costs or anything like that. You just have to make sure you communicate with the bank and let them know that this is something that you're going to do. So talk to your family members, aunts, uncles. Second is actually looking at borrowing money from your retirement plan. Now, if you're at a company that gives you a 401k or you have some type of IRA, you can actually take those funds and without any penalty borrow from those from that retirement account and apply it towards a down payment of a house without any penalty. So this is something that you want to talk with your company about and see if you can actually apply this towards a down payment, and the chances of it being able to do that is very, very strong. If you don't have a retirement plan, obviously this is not going to apply to you, but for you, if you're big into investing and you have investments in the stock market, or you have any types of currency, crypto, or anything like that, you can consider selling some of those investments and apply it towards a down payment. Now, you're gonna really have to analyze, is the cost benefit better for me to leave the money in the investment, or is it better for me to take that and put it towards a down payment? You're gonna have to weigh those, the cost and the benefit of those, and determine if it's right for you. The next tip that you probably aren't gonna wanna hear is you can actually get a second job and use use that money from that second job solely for the down payment. Guys, this isn't easy. I know, and not everybody is in the financial position and has the cash or can make cash very quickly. So you have to think creatively, or if you have more time, then you can use that time to your benefit and get a second job that you can use those funds towards your down payment. You can also look for down payment assistance. Every state has one. For first-time home buyers, there are down payment assistant programs. In the state of Nebraska, where I'm at, they have one of these programs. Well, they'll actually cover 5% of your down payment, or excuse me, not 5%, but they'll cover your 5% down payment. That's huge. On a $200,000 house, that's $10,000. On a $300,000, that's $15,000 that they're going to be covering, so you can actually buy a home. That's phenomenal. If you haven't considered that and you're a first-time home buyer, I'll put a link in the description that will take you to a place where you can actually see all of the down payment assistant programs that are available in your state. And last but not least, guys, the government has been giving a lot of money out these past few months and past couple years. You can actually take and save that money. Save the money that you're getting from the government, whether it's through some type of relief program or if it's your tax return. Take that money, put it in that savings account. Put it in that account that I just talked to you about, the very second tip that we talked about here in this video on setting automatic payments of putting it into a savings account. And if it's helpful, make it into a different savings account, into a different bank. Put this money in a different bank you have no access to other than actually going to the bank and manually withdrawing the money there. That will help you and prevent you from going in there and saying, oh man, I really need this, lazy boy chair. But put it in a place where it's going to be hard to get. Now, if you're looking to figure out how much do I actually need to save, check out this video right here where I talk about whether it's the type of financing that you're looking for or whether it's the amount of down payment that you may need in your particular situation. Check out that video right here. And if you're looking also in regards to credit, what do I need to do in regards to my credit? Check out this video right here where I actually break down and show you the importance of credit in the different categories of financing or the FHA, conventional. Check out that video, it'll be super helpful. Guys, I really appreciate you watching. If you did not hit that subscribe button and you think I maybe don't deserve it quite yet, but you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. I really appreciate you guys. I love you all and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.